Winning Blueprint presents.
5 minutes or less.
I've had so much success with it before. I'm back with the 5 minute or less series. Welcome. I'm your host, Lou. Thank you for joining me. 5 minute or less schedule release series here with the Buffalo Bills. Got 5 minutes on the clock. Let's get started. So you look at the schedule, and the first thing I look at is primetime games. We're talking about the Buffalo Bills. This is a team that has not had a lot of success over the last decade or so. And so you know that primetime games aren't going to be prevalent. However, the NFL implemented a new system last year that sees every single team in the league be showcased at least once on primetime during the Thursday night football series on the NFL Network. So, hence, the Buffalo Bills do have one primetime game in Week 5 against the Cleveland Browns. Now, it's at Cleveland. It's not a home game, but still, the Buffalo Bills will be on primetime on Thursday Night Football in Week 5 against the Cleveland Browns. You look at divisional games, and for the Bills, the season starts and ends with the New England Patriots. In Week 1, you're home for the Patriots. You need to win that football game. If you want to send out some type of message to the rest of the AFC East, including the New England Patriots, who swept the whole division last season, beat them in Week 1 at home. What better way to do it than to beat them in the first game of the season at home? You finish up the regular season at New England in Week 17. You know that's going to be a tough challenge, especially if the Patriots are playing for something. You look at the Jets. You have them at home in Week 11. You're at the Jets in Week 3. So, again, early season matchups. You got the Patriots in Week 1 at home. You got the Jets in New York in Week 3. You need to take care of business early on in the season within the division. You look at the Dolphins. Week 16, you have these guys at home. Week 7, you are at Miami. Again, another matchup. So you got 3 divisional matchups within the first 7 weeks of the season. You got to take care of business within the division if you want to make any headway in the AFC East. If you are the Buffalo Bills, you look at anomalies. I like to focus on anomalies when I look at schedules. And anomalies are anything that sticks out. In my opinion, anytime a team plays either 3 consecutive games at home or on the road, that's an anomaly. Anytime you play 3 out of 4 either at home or on the road, that's an anomaly. And occasionally you get the big whopper, 4 out of 5 on the road or at home. That's tough. And so if you're at home, you love it. You're going to pay for it somewhere down the line in your schedule. But if it's on the road, that is brutal. You look at the Bills' schedule, the first 3 out of 4 are at home. So if you're the Bills, you need to take care of business at home early on in the season. You look at Week 1, New England. We talked about that already. So you need to take care of that right off the bat. Week 2, Carolina coming to Buffalo. Again, another tough team with a very athletic quarterback in Cam Newton. But you're at home. You got to win home games. Then you go to Week 4, you got the Super Bowl defending champion Baltimore Ravens coming to Buffalo. You want to make a statement. You want to send shockwaves through the NFL. What better way to do it than to send the Super Bowl defending champions with their tails tucked between their legs and running on home? So you got 3 out of your first 4 at home. You need to take care of business if you are the Bills. If you can come out of that stretch 2-2, possibly 3-1, maybe even, not 4-0. Look, if you can just come out of that stretch 500 or better, you got to be saying to yourself, hey, we've got a shot here. You look at your away anomaly, and that away anomaly is that you have 3 out of 4 on the road in a stretch of weeks 5 through 8. So you look at Week 5, you're at Cleveland. Again, that's a Thursday night tilt. So you're at Cleveland in Week 5. You go back home for Week 6. You go back on the road, though. Week 7, Miami. So that's a divisional opponent. You got to get geared up for that. You got to find a way to try to go into Miami and steal one. Then you go on the road to New Orleans in Week 8 to cap off that 3 out of 4 on the road. That's a tough stretch in the schedule. If you're the Bills, got to find a way to get 2 of those if you can. If you can't, hey, get one at least. If you can get the one at home, that sandwich in between, and get one of these games on the road. come out of this stretch 2-2. You got to feel good about yourself. Again, that's what you're aiming for when you are a football team going through one of these anomalies. Hey, you got a bye in week 12. You hear that sound in the background. That means that was the Buffalo Bills schedule release in 5 minutes or less.
5 minutes or less.